are finally live for a conversation I have been busting to have about getting over the mind shit to actually market our business better and to tell people what we actually do. Like, it's a no-brainer when you think about it, but how many people out there, hands up, show me in the comments, how many people out there suck at marketing their business and talking about what it is you actually do. So I'm Tash Vanzetti, discovery coach and mentor. I help emerging entrepreneurs from all over the globe figure out what they actually want to do, but also master the mind shit to actually help them go do that. Because what we do is we come up with these amazing ideas and then we fall for all the bullshit stories and excuses that stop us from doing what we want to do. So today I welcome my amazing friend Deb Laflamme from For the Love of Your Biz, who is a marketing whiz as far as coming up with ideas and helping people come out of hiding and just really share what they're all about and what they're here to offer the world. So Deb, welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much, Tash. It's been a while since you and I have had a chance to talk side by side, but when we do, I love it.
I know, we need to do this more often, don't we?
We do. I was thinking about that. The fact that we were supposed to talk last week and we had to change because of me. I was thinking how I would like to schedule this. I have a group that I want to talk to you about or talk to you with in. So don't let me forget that.
Deb. So as you're jumping on live, let us know who is here. We would love to say hello. If you're coming in to watch the replay again, say hello. Let us know you are here. This is a conversation we need to have. This is a conversation that, although it might be a bit uncomfortable, you just need to get over yourself and do this. And this is what I love about Deb, is she just makes it so easy for us to show up and do the things that we want to do. For those of you over in the US, like Deb, it cracks me up that I do actually live in the future. So it is Friday late morning for me. So yeah, it was a bit confusing when I was saying, yeah, Friday morning. And they're like, no, it's Thursday night.
Yeah. I do love it. Like, that's my new thing, is my future friend. You're my future friend, Tash.
Yeah, I had Valentine's Day before everyone else.
I know. I felt like it was a belated Valentine's wish for you, but yeah, okay. You do live in this. That's really cool to live in the future.
I know. Now we've got Maribeth. Hello. We've got Bridget. Hi there. I think we've got Nancy as well. Yong. Awesome. I love it when people come and just, join into these conversations, because we can get so busy with all the things and it's really hard to find the time. And there's so many videos out there that I want to watch. And I think, I'll come back to that. I'll come back. And you know what, to be honest, unless I watch it live, it's unlikely that I get back to it, because the rest of the day just swallows you up and all of the things that you want to do. So for those of you jumping on live, congratulations. Thank you.
I know.
And sharing this with us.
I'm the same way. I have a hard time getting in watching the replay, unless someone has said, like, you've got to watch this, because I'm so fed by like the on time conversation of being able to comment and have someone hear what I have to say or what I'm going to share. So it's funny, because I love the people when they show up live, because I feel like you get so much more out of it. And then I kind of have a soft spot for everybody that takes the time to watch the replay, because I know that it's not my favorite thing. So I'm always like, thanks for watching the replay.
I do have a tip for anyone coming in to watch the replay. If you fall into this trap as well, I'm on my phone. I'm like, I don't have time to watch this half-hour video right now on my phone. But when I come back on my laptop, I actually watch a lot of the replays with the Chrome video speed controller. I speed it up, and I can still get all of the awesome value, and I can still comment and do all the things, but it cuts the time potentially in half. So
that is a great tip. That is that's like I have the little like speed up thing in front of me, and I'm like, literally, I could speed you up right now because of the delay. But I don't know about you. I find that even watching like the Olympics right now, I want to like fast forward. I can't watch anything in real time anymore. It's crazy.
It's really like, if I watch a video now, like I did an interview on a summit the other day, and I've deliberately sort of slowed my speech a little, because I can talk really fast, and with my accent, not everyone gets it straight away. And I did find myself talking a little bit slower than normal. It was another global summit. And I had to put myself on fast forward to go through and get some little grabs of what I was talking about.
Actually, it's a great tip also for those of us that do Facebook Lives or do videos. This is a great marketing tip. I always recommend to my clients for them to watch and listen to themselves after, but they always say they don't have the time to do that. Using the like the speed up. What's it called? It's like the Chrome extension.
Chrome
What's it
video
called?
speed controller. So if you just, I'll put a link
Video speed controller, right?
Yeah, if you just Google video speed controller, it's a Chrome plugin. It's free. It's super easy. And then any video that you have on your screen, on your laptop, will have a little counter in the top right-hand corner, top left corner, and you can speed things up. You know, depending on who's talking, you can get them to 2 times or 1.5 times. And you're watching video tutorials. If you're in a program and you're watching a ton of video content or replays of calls or all of that stuff, you can just go and fast forward everything. So that is my tip of the day. My work here is done.
I love that. That's great. We'll definitely write that down. It's a game changer for me.
Yeah.
That and the newsfeed eradicator on Facebook.
I haven't been brave enough to implement that yet.
Laura Husson recommended that to me, and it was legit. It's been life-changing. I still have the newsfeed on my mobile. Yeah. You know, I still have it, but
morning, Sarah, or evening, Sarah.
Yeah. I have to say it has increased productivity.
Yeah.
Like tenfold. But I will tell you, I still go into the news feed and I'm like, why is it blank? Why is it blank? It's still a very strange thing to go over to the news feed looking for something and it's missing. Like it's completely blank. It's the strangest thing. And it's been months and I still find myself falling into that what's happening in the news feed. But while I'm on the reason I did it is because while I'm on my desktop, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm not playing on Facebook.
You've still got the news feed on your phone, just not on your desktop.
That's right. So like tomorrow morning when I go to jury duty, I will have full access to the news feed while I sit and wait, right? But when I'm supposed to be working, it's the perfect, I mean, it literally is like, it puts me in Facebook jail. You have no access to the stuff that you don't need to see right now, Deb. Focus on what you're here to do.
Yeah. So that's the thing to notice too. So I talk a lot about the mind shit that we have, and mind shit, my definition of mind shit are the stories that we believe that keep us playing small. So that's all the excuses, all of the reasons, all of the habits and the beliefs that we have that do not help us grow and succeed. It's all the stuff that keeps us way down here and stops us from the things we want to do. Facebook is one of those things. Like if you are procrastinating on something, if you are finding something that's hard, you're feeling a bit uncertain or uncomfortable about doing it, what's your go-to? Like, let me know in the comments if Facebook is your go-to distraction when there is stuff you need to do, like marketing your business, like doing a Facebook Live, like talking to your clients, like, you know, telling people what's on offer, all of those amazing things that you need to do to run your business and to let people know what you're up to. But how many of us might just duck into Facebook a little too often because it's an easy distraction, it's an out. And yeah, we can say it's research and sure, we're working, but we're not really, we know that. So yeah, just when we're talking about the mind shit, it's really sneaky. You can totally justify your stories and excuses, but let me tell you, when there's stuff you need to do and you know you need to do it and you're not doing it, that is total mind shit. And that is all you can overcome and create habits and beliefs that actually enforce and enhance your, you know, your growth. It's an opportunity for growth for you to get over that. So Nancy is saying Instagram grabs me, no text, just photos, let me escape. Yeah, that can be another one. So I know sometimes I actually take the apps off my phone if I need to just have a break from things if I'm out and about. And sometimes we do just need to switch off completely from all of the things. And I mean, anyone that follows my Instagram feed will see that I am outside every day, multiple times a day. That's my escape. That's my happy place. That's my reset place. And quite often I have to just tuck my phone away. Like I'll have it to take photos and sometimes I have a podcast or something, but it's so nice. And we need to remind ourselves that as beautiful as this online world is, and that's how I've met Deb and all of you wonderful women watching, we do need to take a break and we do need to allow ourselves to be, you know, free of all of that stuff and just live a little and just enjoy all the things. So,
and I can tell, I want to add to that because you're an echo.
I don't, but
weird. Okay.
Emily did have an echo the other day when she had her earbuds in.
I don't hear it anymore though. That's strange.
Okay. Right.
Weird. Okay, good. Phew. I don't want anyone else to have to hear it. So I am one who would absolutely get lost and distracted on those platforms. And part of why I love my scheduling tool, Post Planner, which you know I've talked about 1,000 times, is because it keeps me off the platforms. Because I'm curating content within Post Planner. and I'm outside of Facebook and I'm just focused on content curation and scheduling for myself and for my clients. So it's a beautiful relationship between, what's that?
The tip number 2.
Yeah. Tip number 2 is curate and schedule outside of the platform that you're looking, right? If you just get yourself off of Instagram and get yourself off of Facebook for a big chunk of the day, you'd be surprised how productive. And a lot of people say, I can't do it. I don't have enough time to post to social media and come up with content. It's because they're getting distracted by the social media.
Yeah. And all the other excuses out there.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one of them is I don't have enough time, but I can teach my clients to curate and schedule content for an hour a week. And sometimes an hour of curation time, if you do it correctly, like I teach my clients in Post Planner, for example, or any of the other amazing platforms, you could do an hour for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending upon how much content you're actually producing and how much you're putting out on your platform. So, it's
really important that we get into that scheduling habit. And that's one of my, the things I haven't mastered yet, but it's on my list of.
I think you just haven't found a platform you like yet. I think I believe that you haven't found a tool that calls to you. I tried all of the others, and then all of a sudden I realized that Post Planner was the one that I was opening before I was opening my email in the morning. Like it literally it's one of the tabs.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said that's a good sign when that's one of your go-tos. So Post Planner is next on my list to try.
Yeah.
But it does take the pressure off that otherwise we think, oh, I need to post something today, or oh, what am I going to talk about? Oh, I'm stuck. And I love live content. I love people just showing up and sharing what's on their mind. But scheduling stuff will take the pressure off having to come up with all of the ideas on the spot and distract you from the work you actually should be doing along the way.
Right. Then the scheduling piece, but also like you just made a really good point that people get stuck with the selling and the marketing piece. Can I use my little acronym, the SALE acronym, the SALE? If you remember this, it's really helpful when you feel icky. Like I loved what you wrote. Like sometimes you feel like you have to take a shower after you've done your marketing. Like I don't want anyone to feel sleazy and gross. And let's be honest, when you're building relationships, you're actually not selling. So if you can just remember if you can remember this little acronym, SALE, like if you feel yucky about selling and sales, remember this acronym. SALE, and S stands for share. I want you to share everything that you can think of that inspires you, that inspires your people, that you've read and it made you want to read more, that you've heard. Like, for example, if you see a movie, I saw The Greatest Showman, I'm still 3 weeks later beaming from it, and the music and the inspiration. I want you to share what fills you up. And that is all I want you to do, is just share what moves you. And the A is ask. I want you to ask questions. I want you to ask your people, your fans, your followers, your customers, your clients, what it is they want, what it is they need, what it is you can offer them without even telling them what it is you have. And then the L is listen. You must listen. The best salespeople open their ears. They're the best listeners, right? The best salespeople are the best listeners. The more you listen to what your dream client needs, the clearer you will be about what you can provide for them, service or product, solution. Again, if you hear their problem, you can then be their solution. And then E, the final letter is, you just saw The Greatest Showman. So good. I knew you'd love it.
I'm trying to get there. I haven't got there yet. But
you got to get there before it leaves the theater, because I believe it's a different experience in the theater, that kind of movie. So SAL, and E is engagement, because social media and any kind of relationship marketing is a two-way conversation. Mm-hmm. So if you are actually just throwing your services and throwing your products and putting links to your website and sharing your shopping cart so that people can buy, that's not relationship building. So if you remember to engage with the people who are asking questions and give them what it is they want, they will be there when you actually do deliver your product or service on a silver platter. Yeah. And it should be SALE, SALE, the way I define it, all day, every day, and it won't feel gross. It won't feel like you're throwing something at them. It doesn't happen overnight. These relationships, it takes work, but if you believe it and you love it and you're passionate about it, it's actually easy, right, Tash? You know that. You found that to be true.
Yeah. And the thing I love about that too is we often forget how much knowledge we have and how much expertise we have in the things that we do. And we think, oh, I don't know enough, or I'm not, how can I really help people? And I think when we start to just ask questions and then listen and engage and have those conversations and just show up and help people, we realize how much we actually know and how much we can help people. Because we're so great at what we do, we forget that other people haven't caught up to that yet. Like, everyone has their own skill set. Everyone has their area of expertise. We can't be great at everything. So it's up to us to share what we're great at and, really listen to what other people are wanting and needing. So you can jump in and say, actually, I can help you with that. I would love to help you with that.
Everyone, I'm telling you, I love that movie. I should play the music right now. Another vote for The Greatest Showman. I've only seen it once, but I feel like I've seen it 1,000 times. Maybe I'll see it again this week. But the other piece is the process, like you mentioned. We take for granted what we are good at, right? Yeah. And you and I, while we are in the same, and I would say, like you probably agree, we're in the same zone or industry. You have very different skills than I have. And what we have both, we complement each other. Our skills complement each other. And it's a beautiful relationship, right? So I lean on you, you lean on me, just like your clients lean on you and my clients lean on me. I'm not an expert in everything. So as your peer, right, you and I might not hire each other, but the beauty is that because you tell me in one-on-one conversations what it is you do that fills you up, I now know how to help you market you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is far beyond you just marketing to a dream client, but let's remember that when you speak, your peers are hearing what it is you offer, and then they can refer to you, which is even more powerful than you doing the selling yourself.
Exactly. And I think that's the other thing too that we need to realize is we don't have to be, the expert in everything. And that's why I love collaborating. I love, that's why I'm doing these interviews, because I don't know everything that you know about marketing, but I want my audience to know, I want my clients to know that information. I can help them with a lot of things. I'm not great at helping them with all the nitty gritty about social media marketing and, all of that kind of stuff. So, but we get scared to collaborate. We get scared about saying, I don't actually know that, or I shouldn't really ask other people for that. Everyone is willing to help and show up and just be there for you and each other and all of those things. So, and the thing is too, we have so many opportunities for just diving into what it is we actually do. And the more you talk about what you do to other people and the more they ask you questions back, the more you'll realize and be able to articulate what that sweet spot is for you and what it is where you add value. Because again, it's so natural to many of us when we're doing our thing that we don't actually see the value. We don't recognize the value that's there. I mean, that was my story for years. I'm like, what do I actually do? Like, I'm not really helping people, am I? And people would come back to me and say, oh my God, I would be lost without you. Oh my God, you've just saved me. I'm like, yeah, but I just, did X, Y, Z. We just had a chat and I told you, connect. So I have this ability to be able to connect the dots for people and to see where they need to go next, to see what's really important to them, to see what they can let go of, to see what's stopping them. And I just seem to do that so naturally. But for other people, they're so stuck and, drowning by it, or they can't see it. And, you have this unbelievable ability to just come up with social post ideas again and again and again and again. It's like so natural for you.
I had no idea. It's literally, it's my superpower.
Yeah, it is. Like, we all have a superpower. We just have to recognize it.
I had no idea until I started listening to my clients, and every single one of them, no matter what the industry, no matter what size their team was, no matter whether they were just starting out or had been in business for 15, 20 years, every single one of them had no idea what to post on social media marketing. Like, literally, every single one of them was like, what would be a good Facebook post? What would be a good Instagram post? How am I going to get engagement, right? And I was like, wait a second. There's a pattern here. Every single one, every person in the world who should be marketing on on social media or using online marketing to grow their business is struggling with what to say, how to say it, where to say it, when to say it. I was like, this is my business, right? And all the light bulbs start going off figuratively and right. And I literally can come up with an idea and I would love to open it up for anybody who's watching. If they want an idea, a creative idea for a social post, I'm happy to, do some free biz creative idea coaching.
So I was just about to say, if you're watching live or you're coming back to the replay, let us know what your biggest marketing question is, how you find you hide out when you're meant to be marketing, like what is stopping you from marketing your business better. That is what Deb is brilliant at. That's why we're here today. So we have some questions that Maribeth posted in before in the event, which is awesome. And I'm going to get to those shortly. But this is why we're here, guys. So use this time wisely. Hopefully you're still paying attention.
Right.
But just use this time wisely. So let us know where you're getting stuck. Let us know what what questions do you have for us today about marketing your business better. One of the things that I would find is in my own business, especially when my business was evolving, and let me know again if this resonates with you guys watching, when I wasn't fully clear on what I was doing. I knew I had to be present. I knew I had to be visible, but I hadn't clearly articulated what I was doing, what my final offer was, all those different things. So it was really hard to say, well, what do I actually say? I don't know. I don't feel like I've got a clear message. And what I've learned over the years is we are always evolving. We are always learning more. And the fact that you just show up and share what you've learned today, what's on your mind now, how you can help people right then and there, the more you do that, the more everything else unfolds and the easier it becomes to just keep on going and growing and evolving and being okay with that. So do you want to add any comments to that sort of thread that people get stuck in?
Yeah, well, so this week specifically with Valentine's Day, whether you celebrate or not, the theme of my marketing this week was your biz love story.
Yeah.
And that was basically, I wanted people to remember their best day, their best moment, their best client, their best success, whatever it was that made them love their business, right? And I wanted them to share that. I wanted to share their biz love story with their fans and followers because it is so important that you share with your audience your best day, right? Yeah. It also helps them connect with you as a person because at the end of the day, people buy from people. They don't buy from brands. So yes, when it comes to marketing 101 or 201, if you've taken classes or courses or someone's mentored you, they probably said you need a domain name, you need a website, you need a logo, you need branding colors, you need all this, you need a tagline, right? But at the end, yes, you need all that, fine, whatever. I'm not going to argue with that. But what I can tell you is at the end of the day, no one's buying from the logo.
No.
They're not buying from the domain name. They're not buying from your sheet of your branding colors. They're buying from you.
Yeah.
Every day, all day. Your services, your support, your products. And so it's so important to remember that you've got to peel back the curtain, stop hiding, Tash, right? And show us the behind the scenes. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to myself. We all do it. You get so wrapped up in the business. You get so wrapped up in the process and the things that you're creating, whether it's service or product, it doesn't matter, that you forget that people are buying from you. They're buying you, and you've got to let them get to know you and your story. And so I've been in awe watching people this week take that social post prompt and actually make it their own about their business love story. It's who doesn't love a love story?
I know. There's so many lessons that I've had since I've met you. I mean, I think I always knew that there was other things that I could do, but it's just, I had so many brilliant excuses as to why I couldn't do any of them. I had so much shit going on. So Sarah's got
but let's be honest, once you realized that once you made the connection with what was missing and you let your idea flow, you came out. That was your biz love story. You released the fact that you had to be something else or that you didn't know what you were. And all of a sudden things got clear and all your energy has changed ever since that moment. Yeah. Of saying, this is what I believe I need to do right now.
Absolutely. And the thing is, we get so stuck on having to have everything perfect, and that's just more mind shit. You can't perfect what you don't start. That has been my biggest lesson. Until we get started on whatever it is we're doing, until we have those conversations with real people, not a laptop, with real people. Not just a sales page we're trying to write or an offer we're trying to put together. Once you're out there talking to people, being part of their community, being part of, inviting people into your community, and you're having real conversations, that's when you can go really deep and figure all these pieces out that you're sitting there trying to figure out, while you're hiding under your desk or behind your laptop. So, we just have to show up and be ourselves. And why we have to be ourselves and not a filtered version of ourselves, not us trying to be someone else, is there is so many people out there. There is so much competition for everything that you do. There's a million health coaches, a million, social media post people or marketing people, a million coaches. But people want to work with you if they know you. Otherwise, how the hell are they going to choose who's next? How are they going to know that you're the one that they want to work with? And what I do now is if I need someone, if I need support, if I need someone to help me in my business, I basically go into the pool of people I know and that I have relationships with. I don't go scouring the internet for the right person, because I know the right people are out there. I've already met them and I'm working with them. Like, Deb, I know you. I love you. If I have any questions around social media or marketing, I don't go scanning the web looking for everyone else. I just go to you. It's so much easier.
Because you trust me, you like me, and that's the thing. So my story about the pens, right?
I do, but do you want to share that? And then
I would love to share it because you just brought this up. And so you said something that I always say in Facebook videos, Facebook Live, when I'm coaching people, is there are a million real estate agents. There are a million healers, a million business coaches, a million doctors, a million painters, a million plumbers, right? At the end of the day, when your customer, your dream client, your soulmate client is looking to hire a realtor, a painter, a plumber, a producer, an author, a fitness coach, whatever, it's going to be you versus the million. You're exactly the same. Do you see? These are two beautiful yellow Sharpies. I always happen to have the Sharpies right here ready for this story. At the end of the day, so Tash and I are coaches. We'll just say we're just coaches. We're business coaches. This is Tash. This is Deb. There's always going to be someone that likes Tash, and there's always going to be someone that likes Deb. Fortunately for us, there's enough dream clients to go around. But the reason that people like Tash versus Deb or Deb versus Tash is because Tash has shown us what her pen can do. Shown us that she's special, and they cost the same. They're exactly the same. As far as the consumer is concerned, these two yellow markers are exactly the same. But at the end of the day, someone is going to like Tash, probably because of her accent, fine, more than they like Deb with her Boston accent. But at the end of the day, because they love Tash and they trust Tash and they like Tash, they want to buy from Tash. So you've got to give your dream client the reason why your pen is better than Deb's pen.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We all have personal preferences. My story of why I started my business might connect differently than Deb's story of why she started her business. There's so many different layers, and it's so, I mean, relationships are very intricate, and we don't even really understand why we connect with some people over others. And that's why you have to get over yourself and just show up and be who you really are and do what it is you love to do. Now, there's a question here from Sarah, or a comment here from Sarah. I'm going to pop it on the screen for a minute so I can read it properly, and then I'll get rid of it because it's covering this, like peeking over.
Yeah, I can see. I peek it over. I can't see your eyes. Go ahead.
Okay. So it says, what's hard for my video biz marketing is so much of the field is about stuff I don't enjoy talking about, like the tech, marketing, etc. The only thing I'm really interested in teaching people is how to shine in their videos, but I don't see what my free stuff should be. I've been avoiding it because I feel negative inspiration about creating posts about the best microphones and cameras. Awesome.
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do you want to put that up, or do you want to wait? You want to wait for that other comment?
Oh, there's another one here. Okay, we'll answer Sarah's, and then we'll go and do Bridget. Okay,
so Sarah, this is kind of an unfair advantage because I've spoken to you before, and I know how passionate you are about your film, and you have so much more to offer than just equipment. That's first and foremost. So The equipment piece could be your freebie. You could create a gorgeous one-page download that talks about the equipment you love and why you love it. That could be just a gateway to people to getting to know you. You could also do a little bit like what I do, and you could give people ideas for making videos, inside, outside, personal, professional. You could help inspire them to be more creative. So don't get stuck in the, I want it to be more than technical and video, because your people do also need that. So that could just be a gateway for them to get to you, is by giving them exactly what they need first, but letting them know that you're more than that. Like, there's a reason you want them to have this the list of equipment. One of my very good video guys, Brandy, he has something already set up with the equipment list, so that when people reach out to him, he's got it. It's got all his contact information. It's his favorite items. He's also an affiliate for most of the items through Amazon. So he makes money every time people use his links, which is a great way to get additional revenue.
Great idea.
Yeah, the key is just to be a resource, and it doesn't have to be icky and feel gross, but you got to remember that oftentimes it's probably the first thing they need from you is the equipment in order to get started, because it's possibly what's holding them back. One other idea that I do have for you, though, is I can see you doing some confidence coaching where you do a free call for 20 minutes and you talk to someone on camera and you guide them on like where their body should be centered on the shot. Whether or not their lighting is right, like do they need a light, like ring light like I have, maybe just kind of evaluate the equipment they do have and then give them the equipment list. That might be a great way for you to start. But I know her work is so much more than equipment. So I understand, I can feel her.
Sarah, part of your story is the fact that you are a true creative, in the sense that you are a director, you're an artist, you can see so much more in people than they can see themselves. And that's your sweet spot. And when you show up and talk about the things that really matter to you, and you can sort of go deep and you explain why, and you share some of the work or you share inspiration along the way, that's the person people are going to connect with. Right. They're going to connect with you because of your passion and your creativity and your love for film and helping people shine. The equipment stuff is just a side bonus that you can give them, but that's who they're going to connect with, because that's the true version of you.
I would love to see Sarah show people like her notes. Like, I know she journals a lot. Like, that might be a great resource for her to show like a little bit of the behind the scenes and how she comes up with her video topics, maybe how she creates an outline. So think of it that way too. Like, what do people say when they actually get on camera? Because I always tell everybody, like, you got to have an outline. You got to have an agenda. Don't just come and like ramble. Have there be the intro, the body, the helpful thing, the call to action. That's, that kind of thing.
And there's so much different perspective that you will have over other people, Sarah, as well. So just, what do you believe makes a good story? Why should people tell a story? What are the different ways people can show up on camera? Like, how can they relax and be themselves, natural, and, have this sort of, for me, I love watching real videos that aren't necessarily overproduced. So how can we do that? How can we help people get over the fact that everything needs to be stiff and perfect all of the time? Whereas I've seen some of the videos you make, Sarah, and they're amazing. You feel like you're part of that environment and part of that scene. It's just so, I don't know, you just capture.
Well, she has a natural ability to talk to one person, which is brilliant on video. She's not worrying about everybody. She's talking to the one person that needs to hear her, and that's pretty powerful.
Awesome. So there's a comment here from Bridget. Sarah, how about something like a preparation guide checklist for how to shine on camera, maybe covering the setup of their space in preparation for what they want to say?
Perfect, Bridget.
Brief to suggested equipment, resources list if that would work. Yeah.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Creating the perfect video, it could be creating the perfect video, and people might think it's the tech stuff. It's not. The tech part is a tiny little piece. Creating the perfect video is about helping people be confident in themselves, showing up as who they are, understanding their own story, and that's the piece that you shine at. So that could be another idea as well. Awesome. So Sarah's saying, great idea, Debs. When it comes to blogs and social media, what thoughts do you have?
I mean, Sarah, I would be like in awe if you were to read one of your poems or one of your entries from your journal. I mean, I I don't think you should overthink it. You, like Tash said, you're a creator, but I think you're also a bit of a perfectionist and you want things to be just right. You're almost wondering, what do people want to see from me? I like to see the raw Sarah. I like to see Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. I want to see you. I want to see, like, I feel like you maybe did share a poem, or maybe you just shared a picture of a poem. I can't remember. You'll have to remind me, but
I think that's where people get stuck these days, is content has evolved so much. And it used to be, you know, write the blog post with the 7 steps, the how to, the 5 tips, all of that kind of stuff, which was fine. Still works every now and then. But I'm a bit over those kind of things.
It works. It works for bloggers. It works for the people who need that. You know what trips me up? Someone tells me I have to write a blog. You won't hear from me for 3 weeks because that will just trip me up.
See, one of my biggest marketing faux pas at the moment is when I changed my website earlier in the year. Well, last year now, wasn't it?
Yeah, wow, it was.
I had dozens of blog posts and videos. I never transferred any of it to my new site. I was going to recreate it all, and I haven't done any of it. My new website has like 3 or 4 posts on it because I stopped enjoying writing posts. I feel like I just want to show up and talk and do video and things like that. And
I'm with you.
If I just
but you probably should hire someone to get all those blogs over for you, because that's so sad.
I'm meeting with someone next week who is doing all of that for me. Yes,
yeah,
she started
prioritize that. Yeah, all the tags and everything.
I'm not doing myself behind the scenes, and that's if you're marketing. If you avoid marketing your business and avoid the techie stuff behind the scenes of loading the blog posts and loading the videos and putting on YouTube and all the places, get someone to do it. So I've realized that's my weakness. So I've actually hired someone to do all of that stuff behind the scenes for me. So I can just show up and create the content. That's the fun part for me. Someone else is going to do all the stuff behind the scenes that I've been avoiding like the plague.
Amazing.
So Sarah, I shared.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I had another idea for you, Sarah, and it's gone now, but it will come back to me. I think as far as blog posts, I think just showing up and sharing who you are and what you do and what you see. Like if you're out walking around Toronto and you see something, then capture that, like film it and just talk to that. Like, this is what I see. Just let people into your world a little bit. You're saying, I think I should write a poem for my entrepreneurs. Yeah, that's it. Just, we need to get outside this need to have everything. We need to stop fitting into the boxes that are already out there. Create your own box, create your own style. You are a creative. Just show up and show us who you really are. And the thing is too, when you're doing that, you can just pepper in the work that you do. Like, you keep referring back to the work that you do and why you show up and things like that. So yeah, so many opportunities for all of us. Okay, so Vendela. Hi, Vendela. Welcome.
Hi, Vendela.
So Sarah, I think people like you and me have to stop thinking about content as content and switch to our own native mode as filmmakers and storytellers. Do our take on business. Yes, Vendela. Yes. Vendela, you are creative as well. You and Sarah totally get what each other is like. And that's it. Like I said, don't try and fit into that mold that we think is out there of the 5 steps in the how-to blog post. Do business your way. Create things that feel so good to you that you naturally show up as who you really are. For everyone on this video, I think it's so important. You know,
there's no roadmap. It's when you let go of what you think you're supposed to do and what you expect of other people when it comes to marketing. So, my big realization is I'm here to inspire and guide you to market your business better. Interpret that however the heck you want, because at the end of the day, when you're ready to market your business better, guess who's going to be here to help you in your way, the way you need it. And what I love is that even when I tried to create, a system for clients to market, I spent more time fixing that system for every single client, because every client is in a different space, has a different audience. So I don't even do that anymore. I just go in, I have this similar conversation with clients, either virtually or in person, and we come up with a strategy that works for them, for their business, for where they are, who they service, where they service them. And that's how they create success with marketing their business online. It's their plan, No one else's. There's no book, there's no course, there's no webinar that can tell you how you should. Of course, there's guides and there's foundations. You need to have certain things. You want to have your page name be similar for consistency and all of that. When it comes to the content, like Vendela mentioned, it's got to be your way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah. So doing things in your natural style. So a lot of the work I do as a discovery coach is helping people figure out what their natural style is. How do they actually like to work? Right. Because, we come from careers and we come from other businesses or industries, and we're told how to work. Like for 10, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we're told to work a certain way. Then we get to choose how we work, and we don't really know. Like we kind of think, I have to do the 9 to 5. I have to sit at my laptop. And no, the thing is, you have to tap back into your natural style and ability and do what naturally comes to you. And that's when everything comes out so much richer and so much more powerfully than if you just tried to stick yourself into someone else's map, like you said, like we were talking about before. So do what comes naturally to you. Some people
and be okay with it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is you got to be okay with it. I also think that's when we go back to what we talked about in the beginning of the call, the newsfeed eradicator, turning off that newsfeed and not seeing what everybody else is doing will allow you all to focus on you and your business. And you don't see what all the other people that are like you are doing. You are actually able to use your own voice in your own way, the way that your dream client needs to hear it. It's really, I'm telling you, that should be something that you're going to do that before the end of the month. You're going to turn on the newsfeed eradicator, Tash.
Okay, so Maribeth, if you've got any other questions, if you're coming back for the replay again, feel free to put your questions in. Deb and I will going back to answer those as well. Now, Maribeth was very organised. I love your work. And she had a couple of questions here. So I'm going to read the first one. We'll answer them one at a time, and then we'll see how we go.
Great.
Okay, so Maribeth, where are we starting? My ideal time to go live without the kids or distraction is during the day. However, I don't believe it's the best time for my ideal clients. Would recording video during those times and then posting them in the evenings when it might be best for my ideal client to be effective? Or will recorded video not reach as many live? I was thinking I could batch record videos, edit them, and use them on my YouTube and Facebook consistently at specific times and then pop on live once in a while, though I need expansion and growth. So worry recorded video won't do as well as live video. Okay, can I just say something?
I got it.
I'm going to let you that, Deb. When we try and overthink things, and when we want to do something and we keep going, should I do it this way or that way, or this way or that way, or this way or that way, and this inaction causes more self-doubt, that is mind shit. Just putting it out there. That is more mind shit. There's always questions that we have, but don't let the excuses and the uncertainty and the overthinking stop you from taking some form of action.
Right.
So that is my little caveat on these kind of questions. I love the fact that you're asking this question, because I think a lot of people have it, but we can get really stuck in the overthinking side of it in anything that we're doing.
And I'm going to make it really easy for everybody. This question is complex in the respect that she's asking a lot of different things, but I can tell you first and foremost, video is huge.
Yeah.
So if you can do video, period. Yes, we know you overthink. It's okay. We love you, Maribeth. Yeah, we all do. We're in the same group. Video is huge. So if you can do video, amen. Okay. The piece about live video versus pre-recorded, you're probably hearing or reading that Facebook will serve the live video as a priority, which is true. However, I have also found that pre-recorded natively loaded to Facebook videos will perform as well. What happens is, and that means like you've got your Facebook lives that you're doing right on Facebook, and then you've got your videos that you are taking a raw footage and putting it on Facebook. So put those in one category. There's the videos that you also might create and put on YouTube, and then put those on Facebook. Those will be ranked lower than the native video or Facebook Live videos. Okay, so if you're going to pre-record, that's okay. If you're going to batch videos, that's okay. You're going to get engagement on those. Right now everybody has been seeing Marie Forleo and her B School's launching, but I'm using her as the example because probably everybody who's watching this knows of her. Every Tuesday, she does Q&A Tuesday. Those are not live videos. Yeah. Every week, you've got someone who's batching. She's batching content. You know, she's not coming in on Tuesday to her studio. She's probably doing all of those Q&A Tuesdays during one day a month, and then her team loads them up every week on Tuesday. So there is nothing wrong with natively, videos that you are that you are recording and then batching and putting on to Facebook because of the timing. Now, I would just want to add that you should be really focused on when your clients are able to watch. So there's two things to think about: what works for your schedule, and then when to play them or record them for your client. So if you are your client, when would they want to watch a video about a recipe? Right? Probably in the morning, maybe not at night after dinner, or maybe later in the night when the kids are already in bed, so that they can plan for the next day's recipe or the day after. So that would be my take on the videos live versus pre-recorded. Yes, batch videos and put them on Facebook. You also, go ahead.
If you have a set time that you're going to be posting videos, like, Q&A Tuesday, for example, people get used to that and they come looking for them. Right. So yeah, just sort of, it's about consistency and those kind of things as well.
And using your email to drive people, and you're using your ManyChat bot to drive people, and you're putting posts on your Facebook page, and all of these things that you want to do that we're getting reminders. Did you get a reminder too? Yeah, pop-ups. Our good friend is going live at 8:00. So it's just using things to notify your audience. And you have to test. I didn't see what Yong's comment was. Can you read that?
Pop that back up again. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't aware of that. So if you have a Mac, you can use Ecamm Live and stream pre-recorded videos as live. You'll just need to manually go live. There you go.
Yep. I don't have a Mac, but I don't think, maybe Maribeth just got one. I'm not sure. But great. Good to know.
Yeah. It's a good tip too, just that reminder too, that if you are uploading straight to Facebook, the video, it's going to have a better reach than if you putting the YouTube link in.
Right. So but with that said, if you're going to do that content, I want to make sure that you're putting it on YouTube so that you can have your library of content and you have it on Facebook. So you are going to repurpose that content and not just put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yong is a tech wizard, so she's good. Good to have in our corner.
I'm not, and I don't use Mac, so that's quite on me. Okay, question number 2 for Maribeth. I want people to know what I offer, but how can I tell people without feeling like, here, buy my stuff when I mention it?
Yeah, so that's the sale game, right? It's funny, I don't feel like you're salesy at all. If anything, I think you need to add some calls to action to your marketing. And I feel like as long as you're being a resource, 80% of the time, the other 20% of the time, you could be sharing your programs. You could be sharing your recipes. You could be sharing things. And don't just leave your programs up for sale. Have other things that are a resource to you, other videos that you've made, recipes that you've made. That's your services. Those are your services. So even though those might be free, that's the resource component of creating relationships online. So you'll notice that I have my content calendar tool. I have my 18 social post ideas. I have masterclasses and groups and things that you can be a part of that are free. I don't ever feel like I'm selling that, or I don't feel salesy when I'm sharing that. It's resource, it's value. And Maribeth, I know we've had numerous conversations. You just have to keep being the resource, and you'll stay in the heads, and for sure people will start seeing what you have, liking what you have, wanting more of what you have, and then guess what? Your offer will be there when they're waiting.
Yeah. Another thing that I found really useful too is if I am creating something, if it's a new offer or I'm working on something, then sharing what you're working on along the way. Like, I've been working on this, or I've got this question for you, like asking for feedback along the way. Planting the seed well and truly before you're launching or going live with an offer can be really great. So then people already know it's coming. They know it's there. They've been part of the process with you. And then when you go to say it's finally live, it doesn't feel like, bleh, I've never spoken about it. Now I'm showing up and trying to sell stuff. So I'm just going back.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because the process piece, like I said earlier, is the most important. We take it for granted, but the creation process, like this is good for Vendela and for Sarah, and Yang has been amazing at sharing her journey with her new podcast program that she's launching, or launched today, I think. But like keeping us in the loop, what it does is it creates a buzz, it builds excitement. We want to hear more. And then guess what? Boom, there it is. I can buy it, or I can be a part of it, or I can sign up, or I can learn more.
And also just when you are referring to stuff that's been on offer for a while too, it's not just necessarily coming up to a launch or the creation process. If you are working with clients in a particular way, you can share some of the success stories. You can share what you're doing with people. You know, today we went, and I often will say, I spoke to this client today about X, Y, and Z. This is what we worked through. And you know, I thought this might help you too. So you're still sharing, you work with people in a certain way. And then you can invite them at the end of that to work with you or to get in touch without saying, buy my stuff. I think it's just to be okay with just telling people what we do, and then we have a service to offer. That's been a big thing of mine. Like, I was just like, you know, I'm getting over it.
So, you know, that a couple of weeks ago, I did a 3-day challenge, and it was around The Greatest Showman. That was what inspired it, was the fact that actors, comedians, people in the theater, drama, movies, they don't just on February 1st open their curtain and expect there to be an audience there. No, they do previews, right? You get sneak peeks. They do pre-ticket sales before tickets even go on sale. They sell seats to the show so that when it's opening night, the curtain gets pulled and there's an audience there waiting. And that's the same thing with that process of leading people, of everything behind the scenes. I mean, think of like any movie or show you've ever been to. There's a buzz that leads all the way up to opening night. It's the same thing when you're selling a product or a program. Yeah,
absolutely. All right. I think we'll go through. We've got one more question here from Maribeth. Again, if you've got questions, pop them in the comments. If we don't get to them on this live, then we will come back and answer them for sure. So question 3, my business. So this is again from Maribeth. Thank you for putting these questions forward, Maribeth. I really appreciate it. I think it's great. And these questions are all relevant to everyone. So I think there's great value in sharing these. So my business is the Female Fit Club, which is about creating healthy habits to live your desired lifestyle. Habits such as healthy eating, working out, etc., but also habits of gratitude, meditation, and the little things that would impact all areas in their life. I'm not an expert in any of these, but I know how to turn what you want to get done into a lasting habit. That's what I feel like my skill is. My idea is to bring in experts from these areas, discuss why it's important, and then show people how to implement that in their life to create lasting habit. I always hear you should niche down. I feel that by wanting to help people in both fitness of the body and the mind go hand in hand, but I wonder if I should niche this down and go with one or the other. So it doesn't feel like a broad market when I market to it. There's a little bit more, but I think we've got the gist of it. So niching is a tough one. So Deb, do you have any suggestions on the niching side? And then
so I think you've already niched down by selecting who your dream client is. And my guess is that every one of your dream clients who you have worked with in the past, who are currently working with, and who you'll work in the future will want the body and the mind.
Yes.
And so in my opinion, my professional opinion would be to offer them what you know they're going to need. You are your dream client. You know that in order for you to be healthy physically, you need to be healthy mentally, and vice versa. And so I actually don't think you should pick one or the other.
And I think you're niching in a sense, like Deb said, that you know who you're talking to. You're not there to try and help all types of people at different ages and different things. Like, you know who these people are. And the more you show up and talk to them directly, like one-on-one, I'm just talking to you. You are the person that I know needs me, and I'm here to help you. And I understand your struggle. I have been there. And when you have that conversation with that individual, even though you offer, diet and fitness and mindset, it all goes into one. So
and I would say
a specific industry or topic. It's more like you said, the individual that you're talking to.
And I would say, Maribeth, one thing that just popped up as Tash was talking is the beauty of the fact that you offer both is that I might come to you because I need the physical, and I may not even realize I need the mind piece, but you're going to be able to provide that to me.
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know, Tash might come to you for more of the mind piece and not realize the benefit of your skills of offering. So people hear what they want to hear when they need to hear it.
Yeah.
Right. And so if I just need the mind piece right now, what a bonus that you're going to be able to provide me everything that I actually will eventually need.
Yeah.
Just one example, I have a client who's a running coach, but she also is an amazing support for nutrition. So that's one of her pillars of her business is the nutrition piece, right? Running, nutrition, mindfulness. And it's pretty powerful that she has all of these things in her back pocket to provide her clients. I mean, I obviously do so much more than just give you creative ideas to market your business better. But what I've found is that's primarily why people come to me is because they don't know what to say. But when I share with them what else I can offer, they've got the bouquet right in front of them. They can pick whichever flower they want.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you want people to get a result, and you know what's going to get the result. You can't have the mindset without the fitness. You can't have the fitness without the mindset.
Correct.
You know to bring them together. People might be coming in from either side, but you know how to get the result for people, and that's what they're coming to you for, is the result.
I love that, Vendela. Combination niches is what's up. Whoop!
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to wrap this up. Otherwise, people will not come back and watch the replay because they don't know about Video Speed Controller.
Right.
Put that in the link as well.
Yeah, we should.
So for anyone that wants more of Deb's help, she has an amazing free Facebook group called Social Posts. What's the name of it? Social Posts with Deb?
Oh, yep. Social Post Ideas with Deb Laflamme.
Yeah, that's it. So we're going to pop a link to that in this comment thread as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are so many. If you're getting stuck on your content creation, she comes up with so many great prompts, ideas, all of those good things. So it's really worthwhile you guys checking that out. So we're going to put a link in that as well. Thank you, Nancy, for watching. So much love coming to you as well. Maribeth, thank you so much. Thank you for asking those great questions, because those questions and those answers are going to help everyone watching this, you know. Yeah. So that's what I love about this conversation.
Thank you, guys.
Anything you want to share with people before we wrap this up?
No, I mean, I feel like just be yourself, you guys. Just be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Take a deep breath and, you know, enjoy your marketing. Like, that's my big thing, is I want you to love your business, but I want you to love, like, the piece of sharing the love of your business. That's my company is called For the Love of Your Biz. Everything I do is to help remind you, right, why you started. And it's pretty powerful if you can share that with people who you want to serve and who you want to provide for.
Yeah. I think my biggest takeaway in all of this from, you know, working with you, seeing what you do, Deb, and getting over my own mind shit to sort of put myself out there, is that it doesn't matter what we've done in the past. It doesn't matter what mistakes we've made or what's held us back. The thing is, today is a new day. It's a new opportunity for growth. And every day we're going to learn a different way of doing things and a better way of doing things. So just start today. Just get over the excuse and say, you know what, today I really want to share what I'm up to. I created this business for a reason, and it's up to me to get that message out there in a way that feels amazing. And I think that's hopefully the thread you've taken from this is, it doesn't have to be a Nikki blog post if you don't want to write a Nikki blog post. If you love blog posts, then amen to you and go do that. But we need to see who you are. We need to hear about what you do and why that's important to you. And you need to talk to us in a way that resonates, in a way that is natural to you as well.
And I challenge everybody this week of love to share their biz love story and see what happens when you pull back the curtain and show people your biz love story.
Yeah, like we're saying before, there's no real roadmap. It's just showing up and just sharing your perspective on the world, your version of what's happening, and the right people will come in and find you. And the more you show up and do that, the easier it does become, I promise.
Thank you, Tash.
Thank you, Deb. I always love chatting with you.
Yes.
Again, we could talk for hours, but I'm conscious of time. So to everyone that joined us live, thank you so much. If you're coming back to watch the replay, please let us know that you were here. If you have any questions at all, then let us know, and we will come back and answer those for you. And I'm also going to put a link to Deb's group, the Social Post Ideas with Deb Laflamme, because it is bloody awesome, and you all need to go check it out.
And I have a big challenge coming, so.
Yeah, So awesome. All right.
Awesome.
Have an amazing evening, Deb. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Friday, and we will talk soon.
Okay,
All right.
bye. Bye, everybody.